I'm Jamie, and welcome to Sci-Fivision. Tonight has been a shit show, but welcome. Let me add Scarlet in. Hi, Scarlet. Welcome.
Hello.
Everybody, if you are joining us now, one, definitely appreciate that you have waited for us. I have had, and I'm still having major television. This is what I get for trying to retweet at the same time. Computer issues today. Yeah, so I finally got it working enough. At least I have a working computer so we could stream. But having issues with a lot of other things on my computer that I don't want to get into. But yeah, at least we're here. I'm hoping that since we are late, that people still do decide to show up. Let's hope so. But if you're here, we appreciate it. I'm going to open. Give me 1 second. I need to open this in my other window. I have too many things trying to get straight at once because I don't have everything going there. But I've at least got I got the pictures that Scarlet sent, which I appreciate since I couldn't do them. I was trying to save up or to download them and save them. So when we get near the end, I'm gonna have to, while I'm talking to you, be downloading more. But otherwise,
Okay.
I'm clicking as fast as I can to save them, and just it's not going as I'd like it to go. Let's put it that way. But no, there's a few left I need to get.
Yeah, I took some notes and they flew out of my hand as I was going downstairs. I was like, "Where are they? Oh, where are they here?"
Oh, that's nice. Let me tell everybody, at least in Discord. Hopefully, we can pick up a few more people here. I know, like, that we did change it. So like I said, if you guys are here, we appreciate you coming back. Hopefully, we'll pick up some of the people that maybe didn't get the memo that the time changed. But sorry about that. Thank you for waiting too, Scarlet, because I know I've been a pain to you. Been like, I'm coming, I'm not coming, I'm coming, I'm not coming, because I wasn't feeling good earlier, and then my computer was being stupid, and yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, I took some more notes. I went on another friend's live I haven't gone on for a while because he does them on Thursdays, and I'm busy doing this, so I went over there.
Oh, well, then at least you did something in the meantime, right? I guess is the
He does a lot of Disneyland walkthroughs. I kind of get nostalgic for Disneyland because I used to live in San Diego and used to go there a lot.
Oh, that's cool. I've been to Disneyland, just not Disney World. Personally, I prefer Universal, but I don't know. Disneyland's supposed to be a lot. Or, I mean, Disney World is supposed to be a lot better than Disneyland, so that might make a difference.
Boo!
Boo! What do you mean, boo? Well, I'm just going by what people told me. I don't know.
Yeah, but if it's like, within a couple hours drive,
yeah,
and you can get, and you used to be able to get those sweet like California Adventure and Disneyland 2-for-1 park passes in the off season. Plus, you do a lot of people that had year passes that they got a guest pass.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was going to say,
what makes you like Disneyland more.
If you live near there, I'm sure. What did I click? If you live near there, I'm sure it makes a big difference. I don't know. The only thing, we live near Cedar Point. Like I used to go to Cedar Point growing up. That was still like, I don't know.
Demon Drop.
Yeah, Demon Drop. Yes, Demon Drop was fun. I love that. I love all roller coasters.
It's not there anymore. I'm so disappointed.
They took it down. See, I didn't even know that because I haven't been there in probably a decade, at least. Yeah, I didn't know that, but I always loved roller coasters. I always had. Whoa, what did I do? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's going to get us blocked. I might have to cut that piece of the video out. I hit the video.
I think it's fine. I don't even think it was that long.
No, I know it was not intentional.
I mean, there's some people that have actually played the episode, just the audio, and I'm trying to wonder if they're not getting their stuff pulled, but
or
it's still
the video, play the video without the audio or the audio without the video. Who knows?
Yeah.
But hopefully it won't get dinged. But sorry guys that we did not have the watch party tonight due to the technical issues. Like I said, with my computer, I couldn't stream it. But yeah, well, at least we're having a show. It's better than nothing, right? Well, what did you think of this episode? This was again one of my favorites. I've said before, this was like I think one of out of the Ghost Train and the Agatha Christie one that I'm blanking on the name were I think my three favorites. Although I like last week's a lot too. But
Yeah,
what
but
did
now
you
you
think
called
of
it you called it the Agatha Christie one. I can't remember the name of it because now I'm just thinking of Agatha Christie.
It's okay.
Oh, The
It was
Hangover from Hell.
no, that wasn't the Agatha Christie one.
Oh,
The House of Cards
oh,
was
House
the one I was
Cards.
thinking of. Yeah. All right. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. So, what did you think of this one? Did you like this one?
Yeah, it had a lot. It was pretty much nonstop action.
Yeah, it was. There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
And we finally got to see them go in time, which was nice, even
and
if it
we
wasn't.
got a big reveal.
Yeah, and we got a big reveal. Like you had said to me earlier, I think we'd kind of figured it, but
Yeah.
nice to finally get confirmation about
Yeah, but it
Vikram.
was set up in a way that I didn't know that that's what they were talking about in the beginning.
Oh no, yes, I like how they started at the end and wrapped back around. That was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So we were surprised, but yeah, but it's just nice that they finally addressed that that Vikram and Lysa are related, and
Hmm.
it makes sense. And it's kind of like now I would assume that he probably wouldn't necessarily even want to go back because he would be kind of still abandoning his
Hmm.
family if he left her. So at least it's a reason for him to stay, I guess.
Hmm.
But yeah, so sorry, I gotta turn my air off. I'm getting cold. But anyway, I enjoyed it. All right, well, let's move on, and hopefully we'll be able to get through this. It may be a little bit shorter than normal, but hopefully it'll go okay. All right, so we have them in the annex, recataloging everything and putting it away, and there's stuff missing because Vikram has been pilfering them.
Yeah. It's gonna be
And
what a surprise. The time scythe is missing.
yeah, the time scythe is missing, and the memory glass or memory wasn't the memory glass, memory
The
something.
memory crystal, John D.
Memory crystal, yeah, that was missing.
I have a
So yeah,
question though. He took the
what?
banshee, but he didn't incorporate the banshee into the machine.
I had forgotten about that until you
He
just mentioned
held
it.
the
Well, we don't know
banshee,
for
and I was
sure
like,
whether
"Is it in the middle of the machine? Did he just stuff it in? Is it banshee powered? Like the scream of the
I was
banshee
going to
makes
say
it
we kind
go?"
of went back and forth about was it the banshee, was it the time sprite? I don't think they showed him using either, so
No, it
I
didn't
don't.
show him using either.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was trying different things and not everything worked. Who knows? Um, but the point is he was taking artifacts in order to try to go back in time to see Anya, and they don't seem to know it's happening. And he comes in, they're still working on it, and he's got this bright yellow scarf that they all joke about. I love Connor. He's like, can you turn it off? Does it use batteries? So yeah, they were
Yeah,
very
I like how he said the vibe was so extra when he bought it.
yeah, the vibe was extra, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of a bright scarf, especially for the kind of hold on, I'm sorry, I gotta take some out. Especially for the kind of clothes that Vikram wears, because it doesn't exactly go. But he likes it, so if he likes it, that's all good. All right. Sorry about that. I've just been not feeling great all day, so that hopefully will help. So Mrs. Astalot, and I'm sorry, some of these pictures are being cropped because since they were from your TV and not from the normal source.
These are from my television.
They're directly from your television. Well, I appreciate it because at least we have pictures.
Only the best technology available.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to,
hey, at least I shut the lights that were on my window. I have like some hanging lights around my window that I can actually shut off, so they didn't reflect in the television.
Yeah. Well, you can still see it. I mean, it came out okay. They're usable, so that's good. But at least we have something. We probably wouldn't have had anything otherwise, so it's better to have something. All right. So she tells him to come up and see her. That's okay. Thanks for coming, Muncher. Since we're a half an hour late,
All right.
I don't know if you know that part. You haven't missed that much. But thanks for coming. So yeah, Mrs. Ocelot tells him to come up and see her. And we don't know what happens at this point, but they're kind of arguing, and then we hear something smash, which is the vase there. And he accuses her of knowing something like for a long time, but waiting until waiting until this day to tell him and ask like why she's doing that. And he does say something like duplicitous is thy name or something like that, and then takes off. And he grabs a bag downstairs and he runs out, and they're kind of like, where are you going? But he doesn't say anything, and he won't let Charlie come with him when she asks. He's like, this time I travel on my own. And they don't know what's happening until she comes up and she tells them that Vikram has stolen the missing artifacts and he's used it to create a time machine so he can travel back to 1847 to find Anya. And they know from what Jacob Stone had said before that if he goes back and changes anything, it could destroy their timeline and potentially them. And he knew about all this, but he did it anyway. So they are going to run off to try to stop him. And that is what they do. And they find him in this place, and there you got a good picture of the time machine here with these different pieces he put on it. There's the Scythe of Time. And like we said, he put in the memory crystal. But they tracked him on her phone. I forget. I was gonna say she put track my friends on. That's what she said. She put an app on it on the phone that she gave him. Yeah, it worked, and they're all kind of upset that they feel like he betrayed them. But they get up there and they start yelling at him, and he's setting it for 1847, and they're like, "You can't do this. You know, why are you doing this to us? Why are you betraying us?" And then they all, surprisingly or not surprisingly, I guess it's kind of like, I don't know that I would, if there's a time machine, put my hand on it the way they did, but they all just put their hand on it at the same time, you know.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. So they all put their hand on it, and because they're all jostling it around, it changes to 847. And,
of course,
because you know something has to go wrong. That's what this is about. So yeah, it goes off and it transports all of them in a little big time bubble again.
Yeah, I do like the blue orbs.
I do too. But they show up in 847, and there's like a bunch of villagers in the middle of this place. There's this guy who, when he sees them, rushes off, because we find out
I call him Lancelot's assistant because I don't know his name.
No, but you know, I don't know why he made me think of Igor for some reason when I first saw him.
He has a Igor vibe, definitely. He has a
master, and I don't know if it's the way he's like standing hunched over, or I'm not sure. He made me think of Igor, definitely. But yeah, he goes to tell Lancelot what's going on, because I guess it sounds like Lancelot told him to tell him if anything strange happened or any magic happened. But meanwhile, the people of the town are scared of them. And I know the one woman touches, I think, Connor.
Yeah, I like how she slowly goes up and goes up to him, touches a little bit.
Touch, and then she freaks out.
She screams Volk,
yeah. Something like that, because that means Vikram says that's an ancient Slavic term for sorcerers. So they think that they are witches, sorcerers, whatever you want to call it. And they missed where they were going. Yeah, witches. They missed where they were going by 1,000 years. And Lysa's like, well, then reset it so we can go home. And, you know, clearly that's not going to happen because it's overheated and it's going to blow up or whatever if they keep messing with it. Probably.
Doesn't this stuff always happen in time travel?
Well, of course.
Like you can never travel twice. Like in Back to the Future, it's like, oh, well, now we got to fix the car.
Yeah, not easily.
Yeah,
there's got to be something that goes wrong. So yeah,
I think it's a cool little looking device, though. You think?
It is, yeah. I like the way they did it. I mean, it looks like it could be a time machine, I guess. I'm not sure what a time machine looks like, but for a jerry-rigged time machine, yeah, I buy it.
It's kind of more like, you never seen the movie Primer. It's like kind of more like your cheaper Primer type.
Yeah, no, actually, I have seen Primer.
Oh,
One of the movies you mentioned, I've seen. I liked Primer a lot.
Because a lot of people have never seen it, and I try to explain it. I'm like, it's kind of hard to explain it. You probably have to see it 3 times before you get what's going on.
It's a lot of, as I said, timey-wimey.
It's timey-wimey, yes.
It's very timey-wimey, and it's very confusing. You got to watch it.
Yes. This one's not so much. This one's a straight time travel. You go here, then you go back, and there's no hassle. You don't have duplicates of yourself.
No, yeah, we just gotta wait a little bit before we take off or before they take off. They got to wait until it cools down. So they're gonna give it a little bit. And as this, I lost where I was at. So they're gonna let it cool down. But before they can do anything, they are grabbed by a bunch of soldiers, and they take them into this prison and lock them all in there. And Vikram starts talking to another prisoner in, I don't know.
This is where this came up on my TV. An advertisement for A Few Good Men. So it literally says, "Can you give me a few good men about this?" And then it says Thursday. So I was like, "Can you give me a few men about this Thursday night?"
No, that's good. I like that. It worked. But
I don't know what did it translate as, because I have half of this.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'd have to
no.
go back. There, ask Jim.
He
Jim,
didn't ask for a few good men?
No, I don't know. He asked him about the jail, and he told him that basically they're better off there because there's a torture chamber in the stone fortress. I don't know exactly what the lines was, but that's what he asked him. I guess in Slavic, I'm going to guess, since the other line was in Slavic. I really don't know if that is, though, so if it's not, I apologize.
Oh, I could ask Jim, because he has a script, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Jim has the translation there. He can tell us.
Yeah, let me know what he says. I know he doesn't say a few good men.
No, he doesn't say a few good men, but he essentially says that they're in a better jail cell than they could be. So they're lucky, I guess. That's basically
for now.
For now. Yeah, for now. You know they're going to eventually end up in that jail cell. So then we get this guy who, for whatever reason, in the picture you took, looks like Matt Frewer, but isn't.
Yeah, I thought it was Matt Frewer at first. I was like, what is going on?
No, it's just the way the picture came out.
Seriously, for like first 2 minutes and the angles, I was like, is this Matt Frewer? Did they de-age Matt Frewer for this?
No, not him. Although this guy's good too, but I like Matt Frewer, so I would have liked to have seen him.
And then I was under the false idea that John Larroquette was Lancelot and not Galahad, and I got all confused, and I thought he might show up.
Yeah, I still kind of thought he might show up just because of that, but I didn't remember which character he was from Arthurian legend. I just remember he was one of them. But this guy is Lancelot.
Yes,
and
but not Matthew Frewer.
Yeah, no, he's the discount Matthew. Sorry, dog.
Sorry, actor, if you're listening.
Yeah, I know that's not nice to him. I'm just teasing. So anyway, his assistant there, the Igor guy, comes.
So I got a picture of it. You cut the head off of.
Yeah, it's all the pictures are different sizes, I think, because of the way you took the picture. So some of them are going to be like that.
It's haphazard.
I took the middle of the picture. Is about what I.
Well, this is Igor. We're going to call him Igor now.
Yeah, we'll call
behind
Igor.
there.
That'll work. Actually, I was going to say I could do it like this, I guess, and take a little bit more of the. No, well, I guess I could do that. Let's do that. See, I think the thing is I think every time you do it, I think it's gonna be different. Yeah, because it's gonna then we're.
But you can make it bigger and then bring it down.
Yeah, but I mean, like
I like how we do graphic design on here while we're going on.
Yeah, I know.
Well, now it's Letterbot. Now it's got it's a regular 16. Yeah.
I think it looks better.
16. I mean.
Yeah, no, 6:9. Yeah, yeah. But then all of them are going to go over, and they're all going to be cropped in some way. I think, no matter how we do it. So might as well just leave.
That's fine. But he's back there. He's going to snitch. He's a snitch.
Yes, he is, and he's like, "Oh, look at all this magic I've seen." Oh, okay, wait. Jim says, "My transcript didn't translate the Serbo-Croatian language. Not sure where the closed caption got that info." I was going to say, if it's a transcript of the prose to a script, I guess that makes sense.
So we'll never know.
but is it Serbian or I don't know, because he mentioned Slavic. That's the only reason I said Slavic, because
he said Serbo-Croatian.
Yeah.
Vikram said Serbo-Croatian.
Oh, did he? Okay, he said Slavic before that about the woman, so I didn't know he switched.
Yeah.
But anyway, Igor guy, whatever you want to call him, he's like, "Oh, I seen all this magic, and that these people showed up in this cloud of blue smoke." And Lancelot wants to learn more, and he hears that they talk English, so he's even more like, what is this going on? And he thinks that his 20-year search may finally be over. And he goes out of the camp because he wants to find the shield.
Oh, it's a 20-year search for the shield?
I guess. Well, he says his 20-year search may be over, so I'm going to assume it's been for the shield. I literally hated when the guy said, yes, sire, and they spoke English because English did not sound like modern English in 1847. I'm sure it didn't, but sometimes I think if they do it too much, then layman's people won't be able to understand what they're saying. I don't know. So they made it easier. No, I don't know. But yeah, you're right. They make it a lot easier to understand there. But they are in their cell, and let's see where to go. Vikram is talking about escaping. They're mad at him still because of what he did. She's like, you look ridiculous. Lysa says that. And is blaming, they blame him because obviously it's his fault they're there and he got them stuck in the prison. Then these people that have really cutting the head off now and says, you say they just appeared. That's the chieftain on the left there that you can see 3/4 of his head. Sorry.
I took so long to get that subtitle in there too because I couldn't get the subtitle.
Well, the subtitle says, I don't even think, it's already cut off. The subtitle says, you say that they just appeared. I can read the subtitle, so it's still helpful. How's that? That's a compromise there. It says, you say they just appeared. So this guy is the chieftain of the place, and he wants to know about how they got there, and he also thinks that they must be witches. And he says in, I guess, Serbia, Croatia, then not Slavic, I don't know. He says that they're going to be transferred to the torture chamber, and they're all trying to.
Well, I think there is Slavic and Serbo-Croatian going on. I think the prisoners were Serbo-Croatian, and he's Slavic.
Okay. Well,
there's a lot of languages going on. None of them the Old English of 847. Yeah. But
let's put it this way: he's talking in not English. So they're trying to plead with him in English. And since they're speaking in English, he says, are you from Britannia? And he calls over, he pronounces it Eleanore. And of course, Eleanor Astrolot comes over.
I didn't know that have you read about the Lady of Charlotte? I didn't know that this was what was connected.
Yeah, I didn't know it was either, but no, I don't know what that is offhand. I mean, I've heard of it, but offhand I didn't know.
Because she and the Mort d'Arthur dies of unrequited love for him. There's a joust, and she wants to win his favor. He gets injured. She takes him to a cave and nurses him back to health, and then he leaves and doesn't come back, and she dies of heartbreak. She puts herself in a boat. Sails herself in, kind of like in the poem The Lady Charlotte. She's known as the Pale Maiden.
Well, that's sad.
And Lancelot, he didn't, his unrequited love, but he paid for her funeral expenses, so it's all good.
It's all good. Well,
he's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman. Well, in this case, that ended up not being what happened.
But you know the poem, right, too? The poem is almost just like a sorceress looking into, I'm so sick of shadows, and looks in the ball and then decides she sees Lancelot, she gets the hots for him, then she puts herself in the boat and sails in. She doesn't care if she dies.
I vaguely remember reading it before, but I don't remember a lot more than I do. Or you looked up a lot more than I did. I don't know what.
No, I know the poem because I like the Waterhouse painting of the Lady of Charlotte. That's pretty iconic. And then the poem is really, really nice poem.
Right.
I love the poem. Cool. But in that one, it's like if she leaves the house, she's gonna die, but she takes a risk because Lancelot's hot. She's like getting the vapors, so she has to go down there, and she dies on the way down. And then he sees her, and she's like, "Oh, she's so beautiful, but yet so dead. But I'll pay her funeral expenses." So cool.
Strange things.
So much gentleman.
But Jim said that, which is true. She later accuses Dulac of rewriting her story. So yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Lancelot made up some shit, and that's why we
Yeah.
get that story. But clearly that's not what happened. So, at any rate,
it's like when they had the female H.G. Wells in Warehouse 13.
Yeah, that was definitely a very different version there.
Yeah.
So they know that they know her as Mrs. Ocelot, but she doesn't know them. And she starts asking why they're there. And Vikram's like, oh, she's, just play along. She's undercover. But she's clearly not. And she thinks too that they might be witches or sorcerers. And Lysa tells her that they're humble passer-throughers.
I just like how I like how she looks everybody up and down and then looks at that scarf like everyone else. Like the scarf is just the big thing in the show.
Like the scarf is just like
what
really?
is the scarf?
What is he wearing, right?
Yeah. Before she
Jim
says they're lying.
Yeah. Jim says Lorena McKennett's song "The Lady of Shalott" using the poem is quite good.
Oh yeah, I have the CD. I've listened to it in my car.
That's
it is
cool.
one of her best songs.
Very cool. Very cool. I'll have to look these.
Tragic. It's tragic.
Well, yeah, that sounds like it.
Poetry.
But yeah, they're telling her that they're not witches, and she's like, just do what you need to do to extract the truth. So she's ready to torture them. But then Charlie is like, Mrs. Astolat, and she's like, how the fuck do you know that name? Basically.
How you know me name?
How do you know me name? Yeah. So she stops and she's like, I need to talk to him alone. So then she talks to them and she's like, no one knows me by that name. And how do you know that? And who are you? And this is where they tell her, oh, we're from the future. And she's just supposed to, believe this. But they're like, we know
we're
you from the future.
We're from the future, but not sorcerers.
Yeah, exactly, right? But this is where Connor says she's actually Elaine of Ocelot from Camelot, which I'm guessing is also part of those legends that I know nothing about. But
I've never read the Lord Arthur.
Yeah, I do know some about King Arthur, but I don't know who Elaine. I don't remember the name Elaine of Ocelot from there. But she was a knight in King Arthur's court. But
in this version,
in this version, she believes that Lancelot sent them because he is looking for her shield, and she thinks that he's trying to get Alexa. Stop. Sorry. Sorry.
Did it get activated by the words "Lancelot is hot"?
No. There was an alarm set for something. For midnight. I don't know why, but it was set for some reason for midnight.
Would she react to Elaine's arse tattoo? Perhaps.
She thinks that he is going to wreak vengeance on her, and that's why.
Where was the tattoo part? Because I thought Charlie said something about them sharing old war wounds or something. And I saw the tattoo on her arse.
Maybe I did skip it. I'm not sure if I skipped it. I think maybe we're not there yet. But yeah, Charlie says something about that she can prove it because she tells her that she has this tattoo on her butt. And
what is it a tattoo of?
I don't know. I guess
that's a question I had because I want to know. I want to know what that is.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. But they say that they're there on behalf of the library. It's a battle scar. That's right. It's not a tattoo. It's about why'd you say it's a tattoo? It's a battle scar. I don't know why we said tattoo. You said it, I think, first. So yeah.
Oh, it's probably in my notes. I just wrote tattoo because I had extra time because of tech issues. And I was going really quick.
Okay, well, she's got a scar on her butt. Okay, people, she's got a scar on her butt. And
she probably has a tattoo over that scar by now.
Probably. That's probably what it is. And she's like, why would you know this? And although, like I said, I don't think this is in that. I think we're not quite there yet. But she's like, well, maybe you, or Lysis says something like, well, maybe you told us specifically so you would believe us if we told you this. But she also tells them about the shield. Connor, talks about the history of it, and that it makes the person who uses it in battle invincible and immortal if they use it. And I guess I was a little surprised later on because I figured only the person using it was immortal. And I figured like once they passed it on, they wouldn't be immortal anymore. But it sounds like once they're immortal, they're immortal.
Once you activate it, you're good.
Yeah. Once you activate it, you're screwed. You're going to be immortal.
Well,
But
unless
she
you
doesn't,
want it,
unless you
you
want
don't
to be
want.
immortal. Good point. Good point. Unless you want to be immortal. But she doesn't want Lancelot to get a hold of it. So she has taken vows at Camelot to stop any of that from happening.
Because Lancelot won't be your boyfriend.
Right. Yes.
Kidding.
No, I know. Yeah, he has become corrupted by magic, basically, by trying to get magic and power.
So all this happened with the battle scars, so they would know in the future. Like it was set up that way. It was destiny.
Yes. Well, but it's basically like self-fulfilling prophecy. Like she told her about it, knowing that she needed. It's like that we always on the show. Sorry, my mouth is hurting really bad.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah, timey-wimey. But we always talk on the show about the chicken and the egg because that's what it is. She knew that she told Charlie about it because Charlie told her she told her about it. So like, how did she actually know? Because that's why she told Charlie. It makes a loop. It's like what do you call it? Bootstrap paradox with timey-wimey.
But would it be interesting if she got that wound in this battle on the show?
Yeah, that would be interesting. Could be.
And she doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, maybe not. Well, but she recognized she must have it yet though, because otherwise that wouldn't have made her believe him, right?
Oh, that's true.
Jim says that bit about immortal Duloc was interesting because this group apparently didn't hear the stories of Duloc in the original series, so they don't know that he does become immortal. Well, at least it matches that he does. I'm sorry, I keep touching my mouth. I told you the other day, I have like a really bad ulcer, and it's even worse. I have more than one. It's because of when the dentist fixed my tooth, I think like her tool like rubbed in different spots in my mouth.
Yeah. It's not great.
And I had a cover on it, one of those canker cover things on it, and it was sliding off, so I pulled it off, and I probably shouldn't have because now it hurts anymore.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have. Really shouldn't have done that.
It's just gross if you don't. It just kind of like gets slimy, so I had to take it off. Jim said, "Do you really want a temporal mechanics lesson? Because I could go over TikTok now."
Oh, go ahead. You can call in if you want, Jim.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to,
tell me all about it.
I don't care.
We got time.
I love
to know.
Let me. I was gonna say I need to actually get the link up though, which I have not done. There. We'll put the StreamYard link in the chat if anybody.
See, I get confused as Connor and all of them when I think of timey-wimey stuff. I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, oh, you get us confused. Yeah, well, that's Lisa's territory. Also, guys, which I should have put in, I'm going to put the Discord link in. I think everybody's heard my spiel before, but if you haven't joined our Discord, please do so because you can go to our watch parties that normally we have before this show, but did not tonight because of my computer problem. But yeah, and you can get our schedule of all of our live streams since we have a lot of them. So please make sure you join our Discord. All right. So
I just got a message from TV's Man in Yellow and my birthday twin, Doug Hughes.
And what is that message?
We were talking about like people that had our shared birthdays, and then it was weird because one of them, Bob Avilan, was in a David Mamet play, Speed the Plow, with Madonna, who also has the same birthday as both of us.
That's cool. That's cool.
So it's a weird happenstance that two people with the same birthday would be like in a play. I mean, probably not, but it's kind of cool anyway.
No, that is cool. I'm trying to think. I know a couple people who their birthday was my birthday. I can't think of the guy's name, but the one guy from NCIS Los Angeles is, and I think it seemed like, and I never like double checked it, but I think Ariana Grande might have my birthday too. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I never double checked it, but it sounded like from something I was watching, like she did when they said something. So
I just never met anybody with my birthday before, and it's nice that it's TV's Doug Hughes. I mean,
well, no, I haven't. Well, no, that's not entirely true. I know a journalist who has my birthday, but other than that, I only know famous people because you see when it says their birthdays today. Otherwise, I have no. Yeah. So Lancelot and his people come up, and the chieftain here. This is a better that's
Does
cool.
he have a name, or is it just a
British,
chieftain?
I think they just call him the chieftain, I believe, but at least I don't remember hearing a name. But he tries to stop them from coming in, and he's like, "Give me the shield, and I'll leave." And of course, he's not going to do that. So he's like, "Take him to go torture him and find out what he knows, and go look for the shield." He tells everybody to go scour the place for the shield.
You know, we were going to get to the torture room eventually. It was just an inability.
Of course. This is where the scar thing is, where she doesn't.
Okay.
He sees them going into the village, and she's worried because she doesn't want him to find the shield. And this is where Vikram tells her that the library is to prevent powerful magical items like the shield from getting into the hands of people like Lancelot and other, people who shouldn't have them. And she doesn't want to believe them. And Charlie tells her that in the future, she told her about a scar on her butt, like we said. And this is where Liza says that she must have shared that detail just so Charlie would know it at this very moment. And why would she tell her something like that? Maybe so they would trust her. So yeah, she's like, "If I release you, will you vow to take the shield to the library in the future?" And they're like, "Yeah, of course we will." So yeah, she's going to let him out. So she, as long as they agree to that, she's going to let them out. And
how did she get the scar?
Yeah, we don't know.
Like under her buttock. What happened? Who was she fighting?
Yeah.
With what weapon?
Probably, maybe it was when she was fighting Lancelot before,
Fighting him. Yes.
Probably. Yeah.
Taking a tumble with Lancelot.
Yeah, maybe she got it then. So Vikram, Lysa, and Connor are going to go after the time machine, and Charlie is going to go with Mrs. Ocelot to get the shield.
Oh, I took this photo because it was the reveal, like when they're in the sky.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah,
you can't tell it's them.
No, you can't tell it's
them. At all.
Right. No, you can't. You're right. But they're going to meet back in the square after all this is done. But they're kind of screwed because Lancelot's guys have stolen the time machine. Dun, dun, dun. And now they can't get it.
Of course they have, but they don't know how to operate it, so what does it really matter?
Well, yeah, they're not going to use it and take it to a different time period and leave them there, but they need to get to it.
That'd be kind of cool. They could fix it, and then they just went somewhere. These guys, random.
I don't think people from 847 know how to fix a time machine, but they can try, right? I think if Vikram was like, "You can't use it yet," I don't think they're going to figure it out. So they take it to the torture chamber. Why that's where they take it is beyond me, but that's where they take it.
Well, so they can have a shot of that and the guy being tortured and some aesthetic shots of the time machine. So
but she needed it as the power source, so that's why they had it in there.
Yeah, they needed it by a bucket of poo as well, so you needed all those elements together.
Yeah, I could have done without seeing the bucket of poo. Thank you very much.
They're going for realism, Jamie.
I noticed, but I'm like, that's okay.
Except in language. They don't go into realism in the languages, but they need, if there's going to be a bucket of fecal matter, they gotta have it realistic.
Yeah, and she explains all the science behind using urine and using fecal matter, and yeah, although she doesn't end up using it in the end, but she first explains it. Like, why not? Like, that was clearly, since they didn't even use it in the end, was just meant for a joke, but only used for a joke, but I'm not sure why they felt the need to put the poop joke in there. But anyway, Lysa is like, if we don't get it back, we're stranded here and we're screwed. So yeah, they have to go find it and get it back from them. And I
thought they needed the poo to make a magnet.
Yeah, but she said it was the power source that she used to make. She needed to make an explosion that powered the magnet or something to that effect, and she ended up using the thing instead. So anyway, they got to get into. Whoops, that's not yet. They're talking about that they need to get into where the time machine is without being seen. And they start talking about what they're going to do. And they're talking and like they're like, we can't trust. I think it's Liza says something like, we can't trust Vic or Moore wound up in the Ice Age, so she's still bitter, clearly, with good reason.
I kind of like that they played on that, like, you know, they were gonna let him go lightly because he basically betrayed them.
Yeah, that's why I said they shouldn't trust him. I mean, look, I think he wants to get home just as much as they do, but it's just like before, they're like, we better not end up in, 1847. If we leave here, we better end up in the present. Or like, we're trusting you again.
Yeah, they don't even believe him for that.
Yeah, they're not going to let it go.
I thought he might change that dial to 1847.
Yeah, you never know. Thankfully he didn't, but yeah, there's kind of that part you wonder. So this is where Charlie is talking.
Yeah, I took this photo because I wanted to know if this fur that Charlie's wearing is real, because it looks like it has a head with a face on it on the one side.
Yeah, it kind of does a little bit. I don't know. Probably supposed to be, but I don't think they'd use a real one. They'd use a fake real one. It's a problem.
Well, I don't know. There's a budgeting fur industry in Eastern Europe.
Maybe, but I don't know. I would think in a show they maybe would use fake just because people thought everybody's okay with that. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I wouldn't think they'd use it. But she starts asking about, Camelot is usually described as magical. Yeah. And Mrs. Ocelot says that it was until the use of magic and the pursuit of power corrupted and changed everything.
There's another thing that I have with this is like, because I wish I would have shot these lower so you could have got their heads in, Jamie. I'm sorry. But
no, it's because it's obviously because they're different sizes. It's not your fault. It's mine because I don't have the pictures or I could fix them.
Because I mean, if I could have shot them a little bit higher up, then when you pulled them down, they'd be a little bit more not cutting the eyes out of everybody. But I like that little kind of like, I wouldn't exactly say steampunk contraption, but that little contraption she had up that like put the shades in and then put the lights on, the torches and everything.
Yeah, they had
the little contraption.
Yeah, some different little things that it was pretty cool that they had figured out back then how to do.
Because she's magic.
Yeah, but she's talking about how magic and the pursuit of power corrupted and changed everything, and that's why she doesn't like magic anymore. And she uses the contraptions to pull the shield out from, was it a bed? I think it was a bed.
Yeah, it was a bed, and they took all the things off the bed. Her and Charlie took it off, and then the bed flipped around to this side and the shield was there.
Yeah, so
like it's very adventure-y, it's very like
that kind of Indiana
Jones kind of feel.
Yeah, and I feel like Lancelot in this story didn't seem smart enough to figure that out, so I think they were okay. But Charlie starts asking, weren't you Lancelot's lover? And I don't know if that was like supposed to be part of the story that she suddenly remembered, because she wasn't the one that remembered the stuff. Like, it was Connor who seemed to know the story of Elaine of Ocelot. So that's kind of interesting. I know she said something before, like she didn't know she was from Camelot, I thought. So I'm kind of confused how she knew about this, but that's what she says. And she says yes, but more than that, she was also a knight of the Round Table, just as a lot of men, but history had forgotten her role because Lancelot changed history. And so she said the Camelot was a promise unfulfilled, but that dream soured, and now she was left with regret. And this is where Charlie says she understands, because the library is a dream that stands for everything noble and good. She may not be able to serve it for long. She doesn't know, but she cherishes it while she can. And then they talk, not there yet. Then they talk about how dangerous the shield is and that they have to keep it hidden. And Charlie promises that, she'll take it to the library and make sure he doesn't get it. Then in the torture chamber, they are asking the chieftain about the machine, they're asking about where the shield is, and squishing his head in that device while they're doing it. And he's yelling. He's trying to find the
what a succinct bunch of for torture. We're very succinct.
Yeah, well, that's what
they're looks pressing like. It. He's yelling.
Yeah, they're squishing his head. But they say something about they think that the device, the power, the time machine. They don't know it's a time machine. That they think it's the source is where the sorcerer's power is coming from. And he's like, yeah. They must have the shield. So he, he's because he's trying not to be tortured. He doesn't know shit, but he's trying not to be tortured. Then this is where I'm not sure if this is part of that. Okay, that's part of the torture scene. That looks like that is.
Oh, I just took a picture so you could tell the torture guy is in the background and the time machine's in the front.
Yeah, but you know what? That's not the same actor, I don't think, is it? It sure don't look like the same actor. I wonder if they used an extra there.
What, the one they drug away?
I don't know, unless it's just because it might just be because it's not like a clear photo, but to me it looks like a different actor. I don't know.
Which actor?
The one that's in the torture chamber. It doesn't look like
I think it's the same guy.
Is it? I don't know. To me it doesn't look like the same guy, but it might just be the way the picture is.
Well, this guy, Lancelot, keeps changing to Matt Frewer and back, so.
Yeah, maybe.
I like this one. I feel this is a good picture.
That's a really good picture. He's like, ooh, what must we do? He looks like Merlin, too. He's got like a staff and his hood is like, ooh. That's great. Oh, that's a good one. So he tells them that he's going to distract the guards and they can sneak in and get the time machine. He's like, I'm going to let them capture me. Like he's being, the big hero, like he normally tries to be. And he's like, I can withstand pain like no mortal or whatever the hell he says. I don't know. He says, oh, I'm fine. It won't hurt me.
He worked with fake ears, right? Wasn't that the thing? Like he grew up with fake ears and he laid on beds and nails and
he gives
walked on fire.
Crap. But that's kind of what he said before about having control of his own mind and being able to withstand mind control or whatever. And he was able to pretty well. So I don't know. Maybe that's why they believe him. But they think it's a bad idea. But it doesn't really matter because he tells Lancelot he's there before they can say don't do it. Pretty much, he's just jumping up and like, I'm here. Come get me. And he's like, no, I don't have the shield. And if you kill me, you'll never find out where it is. They always do that with the villains. You can't kill me. You'll never know the truth. So he's like, go ahead, kill me. The secrets will die with me. And he's like, and Lancelot says, I will kill you slowly and torture you until you tell me, is basically what he says. And then, let's see. Jim says, I was raised as a youth in India by the fakirs.
Fakirs, I heard it pronounced.
Okay,
to lay down on, let me know, Jim.
To lay down on spikes and walk on hot coals. I can withstand pain better than any normal human being. That makes me think of like in Nepal with Doctor Strange, like he was trained, at this place. But
I was thinking of Princess Bride for some reason.
Oh, well, that too. But either way, he thinks that he can withstand torture, and clearly he can't. But he thinks he can. But they see him being taken away. And Charlie's like, please wait before you take the shield away. Let him, enact his plan. And she's like, it doesn't look like he's got a very good plan because she sees him being taken away. And she's
it's interesting taking photos because there's a lot of shots where it goes face to person's face talking with the back of the other person's head. It's really hard to get these shots of two people looking forward, looking at where they're going.
And that's why sometimes I just take it of one than the other. And that's also why it's hard to remember what the scene's about. You know what I do every week.
Well, I was trying to do it for my memory, these shots, because I know they're looking at the same scene,
Right.
Like you've got the first group looking at it, and then you've got them off to the side looking at it.
No, I get that. I just try to usually, I probably take too many because it's too.
Well, I didn't want to bombard you because I gave you 85 of them. So
no, yes, and I appreciate it. And if I had known that I was going to be able to show them like I am, it wouldn't have been so bad. But I thought I was going to have to upload them to StreamYard. I'm like, how am I going to do this? Because I didn't think about it with the iPad. I'm thinking I can't share a screen any more than Scarlet can.
Yeah. I thought maybe you could. I thought maybe because mine's really old. I thought maybe if you had a
No, I looked it up. You can't. It's like there's a way around it connected to your computer. I'm thinking, that's really helpful.
Then just use a computer then. If you have a computer.
Yeah, that's helpful. Well, I got a computer working. My hard drives aren't working that I need, but at least the computer's working for now. I'm gonna have to finish trying to fix it tomorrow. So I'm probably going to be without the computer for most of the day, but hopefully we'll figure out.
How will you live?
I don't know. No, I need my hard drive, and it's not the hard drive. I don't know. It's something with the power going to the SATA. I know you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but the power supply, it's different, and we're trying to figure out how to hook
I know
it
what a
up
power
right.
supply is.
No, I know, but I mean the power that's going, it's like the power supply is working and it's powering the computer,
Yeah.
but for whatever reason, the power isn't going to the SATA stuff. Because like it wouldn't light up either. It was just being weird. So I don't know.
Do
But
you
it's
build
at
your
least
own computers? Do you make your own?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. My
Never
dad
said.
has always built my computers, so they're all custom.
Okay. I know a little bit about that.
Oh, that's cool.
I know how to put more memory chips. I've upped my memory on my Mac by putting chips in there.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't. You can't usually change Mac, or at least you're not supposed to change Macs, are you? Aren't they supposed to be like you're not
I don't
supposed to
know.
alter them or something? You don't know.
I've been told I could do it, so I did it. So I don't know.
No, I know. It's usually people don't customize Macs themselves as often. I don't know.
Yeah.
I need certain pieces for the computer work I do. So.
Yeah, I know people that have put stuff in their Apple computers. So like a lot of graphic designers, because they need like just a lot more memory, a lot more things than the average person.
Oh, that's cool. No, I needed a specific video card before because of some of the stuff I was doing. So,
and I couldn't get a good picture of them walking toward the door, so I just took this one because I was like, walking to the door isn't as interesting as this.
Yeah, no, that's a good picture. I like it. So they're trying to sneak into the torture chamber, and it's clearly Vikram is being tortured. So it's not going to plan for him, and he's like, "Oh, stop! Yeah, he doesn't like it. When he first starts trying to talk to the guy who's the torturer, and then whenever he starts torturing him, he's like, "Stop!" And I'll tell you what you want to know. And like the guy's deaf and can't like
yeah, exactly.
hear anything. He's like, "Why is the torture guy deaf and can't hear my confession?" Because he intends to torture you whether you confess or not. Duh. But yeah, he's not liking the torture, and he's like, "I can't take it." And Lysa's like, "Oh, he's just faking it." He's like, "Not faking it, not pretending."
This is a good picture of this actor.
Yeah, that is a good picture. But yeah,
this guy's the guy who's deaf with the eye patch.
With one eye. I was gonna say
he's deaf with one eye. He's got one eye, can't hear. I like to know this guy's backstory.
He's not doing so good.
How all that happened.
Probably from Lancelot.
Maybe
he tortured him. So Lysa gets this idea that they are going to create a super magnet, which is literally what they do. But she first tells Connor that she needs him to get shit out of the bucket there.
Also urine.
What?
I said also urine.
Also urine, yeah. She starts explaining how it like can power things or whatever. I don't know. She gives an explanation. And then he goes through getting it, and she's like, "Never mind, I didn't need it."
So it was just a practical joke on Connor then.
Yeah, maybe. No, I think she
put your hand in there, fish around. Oh, whoops, I don't need it. Sorry.
I'm guessing that she intended to use it, but then found a better way. And she's like, I'm going to create a detonation that can power the magnet. That's what she needed. And that's why she's like, I'll use the power source from the time machine to engage the magnet. So yeah, she was going to create some kind of explosion that would have powered it. But instead she uses the battery on the time machine, which apparently has cooled off and has charged by now, because otherwise this wouldn't work.
Yes.
But she turns it on and it sucks them all. That was awesome. I love that. Yeah, that was great.
So we could show a clip. These guys are just standing around and then they get sucked up to this iron gate.
Yeah, right to the metal. So yeah, then they knock out Connor and Lysa knock out the last guy. I forget which one of them punches him, probably Connor, but they knock out the other guy that's there. And since he was, deaf, it was pretty easy to knock him out. Yes. So yeah, then they free Vikram, and then they all go outside, but they're all waiting for them because they're like, she's like, "Oh, I knew that they would come for you. That's why I put you there." Like it was totally a ploy, supposedly. So yeah, it's like, now we're gonna burn y'all at the stake, which is not good. So yeah, they're all put on the stake and they're going to light it on fire. So
look at her face though.
And she is like, Lysa is clearly really annoyed. And she's like, okay, now that we have not much time left, basically, is why she's like, why would you betray us and the library? And he says that he knows he was selfish and consumed with emotion, but he learned something that blinded him to everything but the need to return to his previous life. And he said it was because he began to believe he found a home there with them until he learned what he learned. And I would think, though, he'd also think you're betraying your own, great granddaughter or whatever. But anyway,
was he putting that together or not?
Yeah, apparently not. But that's why I'm kind of like, why would he want to, screw her? But anyway, he gets a flashback to what we saw at the beginning of the episode that we didn't understand what was going on. And
conveniently takes this vase in his hands for some reason, so he can drop it later.
Conveniently picks it up so he can break it when he needs to.
I like it because I can see it in the mirror, so the vase is in the mirror. When he drops it, I can figure out what's going on.
That's cool, though, that it showed it in the mirror.
Yeah.
But she tells him that Anya was not the only one he left behind in whatever it was, 1847. When he got trapped in the time bubble because she was pregnant with his son. And then he drops a vase, and that's the crash. And then she's like, oh,
I thought she just said child, not son.
No, she says something about your son.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was just ambiguous.
Son. No, well, she did there. And then she said 7.5 months after you disappeared, she gave birth to your son.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, he thinks that, so basically he's like, he abandoned both of them. So he's like, this is why I have to go time travel and risk my, great granddaughter's life because this is more important.
But didn't she get with that other guy though?
Yeah, it could have been the other. Well, yeah, it could have been the other guy's kid. Let's be honest, but we're supposed to believe it was Vikram's. But yeah, so
it could be his kid anyway, but she could be with him.
Yeah, it could be either one's kid.
He could be raising somebody else's kid.
But he still loved her and he wouldn't have cared. But either way, it definitely could be his kid if he was having an affair with her. But he apparently didn't think through the fact that, he's related to Lysa now. But she's like, you're my ancestor. You mean I have family? I thought I lost all my family. And Connor, who's always has the one-liner, says that if this old man don't figure out you're going to be something like how to get out of here, we're going to be in the same family as Joan of Arc.
So, yeah. This one they actually took a picture of torches, but you can't see the torches. There's a torch over here and a torch over there.
I don't see the picture of the torches at all, to be honest.
It was in this picture. It just got cropped out.
No, I mean, I'm looking at the other screen and I don't see the picture of the torches. So I'm wondering if it's a different picture, maybe. Yeah, I see the people leaning over, but I don't see any torches.
I was trying to get drama here with the fire.
No, it looks great. I
or is it where they're just stuffing it? Is this where they're just stuffing the stuff?
Yeah, it looks like they're just stuffing it. So you might be talking
prepping, a little prep. I like how the scarf's still there, though. Like in all the shots, they make sure the scarf.
Yeah, he's not going to take it off because he doesn't move.
I'm going to die with a scarf on.
I didn't even realize he lost it until she gives it to him later. So we know that she does. But Charlie sees what's happening. And she tells Mrs. Ost a lot here that they're going to kill them. And she's like, it's a price we have to pay. And this is when Charlie's like, but you were a knight of the round table and you swore the Pentecostal oath, which is that she swore never to commit murder or treason and vowed to give mercy to all who ask for it. And she's like, I took it over to protect them. Yeah. And so she's like, why don't you just use the shield, defeat Lancelot, become immortal? And she's like, I don't want to become immortal. I don't like magic. No. And she's like, but no. Yeah, I know. I did that on purpose. But it gave me an idea. And so she's acting. There's the torch. So she's, and I didn't know he was tied up with them. Interesting.
Yeah, that guy's also tied up with him.
He lost the knot on the top of his head, though. Interesting. Anyway, at least it doesn't look like it. So she's like, they're, being set on fire. And she's like, I have this idea. And she's like, I made this oath to protect people. So, and you vowed the same thing. So I will give you the shield if you release them and promise me you won't kill them. And then you can have the shield. And of course, we're all like, this is a really, really bad idea, right? With a capital RBI. Really bad idea. And she gives him the shield, and he's like, haha, you suck. You believe me. You're dumb. I'm immortal. I'm going to kill you. He starts laughing. Yeah, so he's
gets those
now,
blue eyes. Gets those immortal blue eyes.
He's immortal, and he's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, that right there is really scary. It's scary.
I live forever, and I will kill you. And then he tells him to light the pyre, set him on fire, and she's like, oh no. Like, that didn't go as planned.
Did he really use the shield, though? Was he using the shield?
No, I think he just activated it.
Oh,
and
does it have a button?
Well, they said something. They said certain words.
Okay.
I don't know what they said, but they said something to activate it. And she's upset, and Charlie's even more upset. And she's like, why didn't you just use the shield? And she's like, because I know what it would have cost me. And she's also like, plus, I had to give him a chance. I thought he had decency left. I thought he was a good guy, even though, like, I knew he was a good guy. Yeah, he used the shield to push back the villagers with magic. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Thanks, Jim. It isn't like I haven't watched this twice.
No, I know. I forgot to. But he pushed them back, and then he's like, set them on fire. So he completely lied to her. And she said that, I thought somehow he still had some good left in him. Like, we knew that wasn't going to go well. But she thought,
well, Lancelot, you once had good.
Yeah, I know. Screw King Arthur. You should have given it to me. I would have done it, and then they're going to be burned alive. And Vikram's like, let's whistle. I don't know.
Oh, it's because there was a Greek or Roman god of wind, and I didn't get the name of it.
I know, but the thing is, it seems like it's supposed to actually be working. So I'm not sure about that. Yeah, there's the torch. I'm not sure why it actually worked when they whistled, but it seems to be keeping the
because they were calling out the god of the wind.
Yes, but I'm surprised it worked, is my point.
I mean, if there's all this magic, then calling out the god of the wind can't be like too far off.
Okay, that's a good point. I guess that's a good point. But yeah, they're whistling. There's a picture of them whistling.
I thought it was funny.
Jim says, if we hadn't seen Duloc in the original series, I wonder if we would have thought the same about Lancelot that Elaine did. Maybe. That's interesting. I don't know. I, to be honest, do not remember that part of the original series because my memory sucks. So
I just remember John Larroquette was Galahad.
Yeah, I remember John Larroquette being Galahad, but that's about the extent of it.
Hey, Jim, do you know the god of the wind, but perchance? Could you find the name of the god of the wind in the scene?
Do you know? I feel like that's like a Disney song. Do you know? And I can't sing, so I'm not
going to. Do you know the god of the wind?
That's what I feel
Just
like.
Just whistle his name and he will put out the fire.
I gotta make a song of that with AI. That's hilarious. He was the main villain of season 1. Okay. It's been so long, honestly. I gotta rewatch it. I really do. I love that series.
Yeah. Season 1 was pretty good.
Well, I liked all of it. I'll be honest, I don't remember a whole bunch. I know that that I can't offhand remember the people's names, but that the one guy I know
that's Matt Fuhrer, right?
Matt Fuhrer was it. Oh, was Matt Fuhrer the one that played him?
What?
Was he the one that played him in the original series?
I thought so.
Because if he did, then maybe they got that guy on purpose because he looks like him. I just remember that Ezekiel was the one that usually broke into things. Like he was like a thief or something, wasn't he? Or like
he was a thief.
I remember that. I remember that Cassandra was sick. And I'll be honest, I don't remember much of the. I remember that Noah Wiley's character and I'm looking at their names. I can see Baird. I remember that they liked each other, the two of them, and I really don't remember a whole lot more than that. I remember very, very basics. I clearly need to rewatch the show. Jim said yes. Matt Fuhrer played Duloc in the original. That's really interesting, and that makes me think they hired this guy on purpose because he does look like him. So that had to have been on purpose, probably. I'd love to ask. I really would if we could get the interviews to go through.
And he also said Aeolus, Roman god, was known as the keeper of the wind. I'll write that down.
Cool. Okay, cool. I'm glad you wrote it down.
Well, they have names for different winds, like Zephyrus is like the west wind. They have like names for all the different directional winds too. They have a lot of gods, You ever know? You look.
Yeah, they do.
They have gods for everything. They got goddess of doorknobs.
They do. They have a lot of strange things. Jim's going to ask Dean on Blue Sky. Go for it. Yeah, I was going to say we should ask him.
Nice.
That's cool. I know he retweets a lot of my stuff. I appreciate it. I wish we could get him on the
That's
show. I
cool.
wish that the people I'm asking would get them on, but I know they
Yeah.
are busy and it's not happening right now. So unfortunately, we haven't. It would be cool if it ended up like Revival. Maybe he listens to the show. If you listen to the show, Dean, come on. I'm just being silly. So anyway,
I hope he finds it entertaining.
What would you say? We're
I said I hope
entertaining.
he finds it entertaining.
I hope he finds it entertaining too. But this night, I don't know. This night, I feel like this day has gone to shit from the beginning. At least for me, in my day, I went from being fairly sick. Probably, like I told you, probably because I was out too long in the sun yesterday. And I didn't tell you one thing I remembered after. I forgot. I think yesterday I actually fell asleep laying on the raft because I set an alarm, so I put like suntan lotion on after so long. And I remember I laid down on the raft, and I remember thinking, I said that for a lot longer than it feels like. So that might be why I got sick. I really think I was probably out there too long. And
Yeah, you probably had a little sun sickness.
Yeah, I definitely might have. And I felt bad. Like after I ate and I kind of got, laid down for a little bit, I did feel a lot better because I really didn't think I was going to be able to do this, but I feel okay now.
Yeah, that's the way I always felt when I lived in San Diego, like every day, because there's so much like really strong southwestern sun.
Yeah, well, I was out there.
That always made me feel like I had a flu at the end of the day.
And it was like I think 90 or something. It was really
Oh yeah.
bad. I'm actually really surprised I didn't get burnt really bad. I guess I did a good job with the sunscreen. Let's put it that way. Because although to be fair, I put a towel over my face, and I'm glad I did if I did fall asleep. Because I like couldn't stand the heat right on my face. So I had like a hand towel. I know that sounds really stupid. I'm laying on a raft with a hand towel. But I do not want sunburn on my face.
Well, this was one of the days in Michigan where it was like 92, felt like 100, but it stormed all day, like lightning storms. Every time I would go outside and take a walk. I mean, I didn't work today, and my boyfriend also, like, he works a couple days at home a week, so we were just in the house, and like every time I tried to put on my shoes to go out, it was a downpour, thunder.
I hate that. Now it was,
it was thunderstorm warnings, thunderstorm watches.
It was hotter. It was nice. Yes, it was better yesterday. But yeah, I did not go out today. I went out yesterday. But I do think I fell asleep out there, which is not a smart thing to do at all. You don't want to fall asleep in the sun. That's bad.
Yeah.
Proves I'm not getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel better now.
Sleep is what we need to do here.
That's the moral of the story. Get more sleep, Jamie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
or at least get yourself in the shade.
Yeah. Well, no, I am glad though. At least I did have that over my face because I probably would have gotten pretty burnt if I hadn't. The rest of me though is not burnt, but I don't think you burn quite as easy on the rest. Okay, that's cool. Thanks, Jim. That's cool. I bet that they did. I mean, because they do look so much alike. That's really cool if they did that on purpose. Although I'm surprised they wouldn't just try to hire Matt, but maybe they did. We don't know. So anyway. Mrs. Ostalot says that like I beat you the last time we fought, so she basically challenges him to battle, and she's like, "You had my knighthood purged from the records because you were embarrassed because I beat you," and he's like, "You can't beat me with my shield because I'm immortal," and she's like, "Well, if you,"
I like that she looks like a badass in these shots.
She does.
I like her outfit.
Yeah, I do too. And she's like, well, if you have to use your magic shield, then that just proves my point. Mm-hmm. So of course, because because he's like a big macho man and doesn't want to be shown up, he's like, take my shield, and gives it to his guards. And we know, okay, this is gonna finally work in their favor. And she defeats him, of course, and she like splits his helmet in half. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it fell off his face. That was really interesting.
Yeah, like cracked and then it fell off, and he's like, oh no.
He's like, oh
no. Matt looks a lot older. Like John Larroquette does. Hiring him to play their old characters probably wasn't going to work, although they could have hired Jerry O'Connell to play Duloc. Yeah, but I don't know. I would have still been happy with it. Like I feel like it wouldn't have bothered me that they're older. Like I would have.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the other guy, I thought they had just de-aged Matt Frewer down. Like use a little CGI to.
That's probably not cheap to do.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Yeah.
We just hire somebody that looks like him. Because that guy looks like him.
No, he did. He does look like him. Okay, so anyway, she won, and she, where'd it go? Okay, so she knocks him down, and then he's like, kill her. And Charlie knocks the guards out, grabs the shield.
This is the best I could get, because when she hits the heads together, her head's gone.
Yeah, you can't see it. Well, she hit their head together, she grabs the shield, and then she goes to use it, but Mrs. Ocelot stops her with her sword, and she grabs it from her, and she's like, I will use it. And she summons its power, and she uses it to knock the men away. And they or get them scared. I forget if she knocks them away or not, but they run away. Mm-hmm. And Charlie, thankfully, has the forethought to go put out the fire, so Vikram and Connor and Lysa and that chieftain guy don't die.
This is the most action I get of water pouring.
Yeah, no, it's great. So yeah, he is upset. Lancelot is very upset that he lost. And he's like, this isn't over. And she's like, it is. You got no army. You got no shield. And you broke your oath. You're not even a knight anymore. You suck. No, he's like, she's like, you're nothing. And he's like, I'm immortal. And she's like, yes. You'll live all your life alone, which is the worst punishment you could have. You will spend eternity alone.
You could have had me.
Yeah, you could have had me, and you don't.
You could have had this, Lancelot.
Yeah. But she says that he's.
I like how he called her old in a shot too. I'm like, you're not a spring chicken either, buddy. I like how guys always like do that. Like they always like neg a little.
So rude.
Oh yeah.
But she does say he won't ever give up. I kind of wonder, do you think that this is? I feel like it could be, but probably not. This is a character that could potentially come back later if he doesn't give up and he is immortal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which. See, this is why they could have used Matt Furrer in a way, because now if he ages, he can't turn into Matt Furrer anyway, because he can't age now, because he's immortal.
Yes, this is a problem.
They did it in the wrong order there. They should have had him be immortal for. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So they leave, and they're like, you did it.
Or else they could have had some other scene where he like didn't become more immortal with the shield and then got it away from her like later.
Yeah.
And then showed up older.
Yeah. But anyway, let's see. There's no evidence Tulok died in the original series. He could come back in the new one. He could. That's why I said, I mean, if he's immortal and the way he's like, you know, it's not over, I could see him coming back. I don't know that he will, but he could. I kind of feel like the story's a little over now. It feels like it's over, at least for right now, but I don't know.
Yeah, there's fancy ways that people can come back in a magical series too.
Yeah, of course.
Come back as a ghost, come back as a wisp, come back as a teapot.
Yeah, no, I'm just not sure if there is more. I mean, I guess there's more story to tell. It just kind of depends. But let's see. They thank her, and Mrs. Astolat, they give her a piece of paper, Vikram does, that has a map of where he thinks the library is in 847, because they think it's around there. And he's like, this is where you need to go and ask for Jenkins. That's who you're talking about, John Larroquette. And that
but you should know him, shouldn't she? If he's Galahad?
I don't know, but they said was once. And if this is coinciding in the timeline, I would think I would think he wouldn't have been there yet. That's a little confusing to me. But I'll just say timey-wimey.
I thought Galahad was part of this Camelot thing.
I thought he was
he
too.
He shows up later.
He says Lancelot was once that Jenkins was once Galahad, but it's the same time, so I don't understand that. But anyway,
who's the same guy?
Huh?
What did you say? Who is the same guy?
No, I said this is supposed to be at the same time, though. Like he's saying, go to the library, and he says Jenkins was once Galahad. So that line like confuses me. Like, wouldn't he still be Galahad in that time period? Because they're not like, it isn't like the library would take her to the future. The library would take her to the library then. So I'm very confused by that line. I feel like there's something, like it was just to say he was Galahad for us to remember that, and it didn't explain it right. That's what I feel like. I feel like they screwed that up.
So she'll say, hey, Jenkins, but Galahad.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
I know you from somewhere.
Yeah, but they fix a time machine, and he gives her the scarf to have and to remember them. And yeah, he gets the time machine on. They all grab it again, and they're like, "You better have brought us to our time."
Like, they hope it's not 1847.
Okay, Jim says, well, Elaine and Duloc played hide and seek for 20 years. Galahad joined the library during that time and changed his name to Jenkins by rationalization. Okay, so the Galahad was earlier in the story then, I guess. I don't know, because I don't remember. I mean, I know some of like the Arthurian legend, but not enough to remember like times, to figure that out. But I'll believe you, Jim. I'll go with that. That'll work. Either way, apparently he's not Galahad now. But they're like, this better not be 1847. And then they look up and they see a plane in the sky. So yeah, they're in their own time.
I was really hoping it was 1847.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of.
Or in the future. Well, they went into the future. It was like.
Yeah, it was. Wait. Galahad is Lancelot's son. I did not realize. That's how much I remember.
Oh,
Galahad.
okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jim.
You know what? It'd be really interesting if it was her son. I know it's not, but it would be interesting if it was.
Maybe.
Well,
that's weird.
I'm guessing if it was, she would have mentioned that.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, it would be weird. But anyway, so
but it's possible.
Back. It is possible. So they're back. They're they come, they hug her, and she's like, no more hiding artifacts, people. We're not going to do this again. And
but now they know she's not as grumpy, or they know a lot more about her.
Yeah, they do know a lot more about her. They'll like more.
They've all grown as people, Jamie.
Yeah, wrong Elaine. I don't know what you mean by wrong Elaine, Jim.
Oh, there's a bunch of Elaines in the More J. Arthur.
No,
there's literally a ton, Jamie. There's literally a ton of Elaines.
No, I know. But when I meant Elaine, I meant could be her son because she had an affair with him. That was what I meant, not. But I don't know what that would mean.
Yeah, that's right.
It sounded like, I mean, it was my understanding she was sleeping with him. That's what they said. His mother is Elaine. Okay, no, I didn't think it was actually her. I was saying that it would be interesting if it was her. I didn't remember what the name of his mother was. I don't remember.
Yeah, but this is a show where they could amalgamate all those together too. So you never know.
Yeah. In this version, she could be. We don't know. Because it isn't, true Arthurian legend.
Yeah, because she wasn't a knight. The other one.
Yes. They changed the history. So Vikram goes back to talk to her. And he's like, if you didn't want to be immortal, you could have avoided it, like not telling me about Anya and my baby, and none of this would have happened. Like, why did you do that? And then he also says, I don't oh no, wait, that's later. That's a discussion Vikram has with Anna. Okay, so he's like, you could have avoided becoming immortal if you didn't tell me. And she says, that her life's been good and basically that she doesn't regret it and she needed it to unfold the way it was going to happen. And she did. And he's like, why now? And she's like, because you wore that ugly yellow scarf today. So I knew that was the time you're going. So, so she gives him the scarf back. And,
no scarf alert.
So yeah, she wasn't telling him to be mean. She was telling him at that time because she knew she had already told him at that time, chicken and the egg again.
Yep.
And then this is where Lysa has a conversation with them. And this is where she's like, I'm confused because, Jacob Stone said, if we go back in time and we change anything, that we could have ceased to exist. And he's like, no, this was a fixed moment in time. We always went back in time. We were always meant to go back in time. And this was exactly the way it was supposed to happen. I'm meant to be here. You're meant to be here. And we're meant to be here together. And Lysa's like, I thought I lost my whole family and that I had nobody left. But now she's got him. And he's like, he thought he abandoned his family, but now he's got her at least, and they have each other. And that's when she starts calling him Grandpa, Peepaw, all different names, and finally says Dumpy Poo. They stole the scarf from an episode of Stargate SG-1. General Carter gave Carter General Carter. General Hammond gave Carter a note to his younger self once he saw the scar on Carter's hand. I vaguely remember that. It has been forever since I've seen that as well. But I definitely have seen that. I've seen all of Stargate.
So she's gonna call him like Peepaw, and what else was she calling him?
I don't know. I've written down Grandpa and Peepaw, and she ended up with Gumpy Poo. I don't
Gumpy
remember what.
Poo?
Yeah,
Is she gonna carry on with that?
Gumpy Poo.
Hey, Gumpy Poo.
I have never heard of Gumpy Poo, but we'll take it. It's funny.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what she is planning. So now they know their family, and they have each other, and they're not completely alone, because she thought she lost all his family, and he knows now that, they survived. I mean, he knows that, his child survived, obviously, because otherwise she wouldn't be there. Jim says, Grandpa, what about Peepaw, Opa, Granddaddy, Grandpapa, Gumpy,
Gumpy
Poo. I never even heard of that. That's funny, Gumpy Poo. Very strange, but funny.
So actually, next episode is going to be, hey, Gumpy Poo.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Hi, Galactus. Thanks for coming. Thank you, everybody, for coming, actually. We appreciate it. I'm glad you guys waited. I know we're late because of the issues, but we appreciate you hanging in there and waiting for us. And hopefully everything will be righted around. And hopefully I will get my computer problems under control, so we have a watch party tomorrow for Revival. At least that's the hope. Yeah. But it's kind of like, after a while, we're like, we'll do it tomorrow. It's late. We'd only been working for how many hours on it? We're like, we gotta quit now. Because it's late. But yeah, hopefully that will be better. And I can also that way hopefully get my videos edited that I have not been able to mess with for a couple days because I have not had the ability to edit them.
Yeah.
That sucks. I kind of, I might end up having to download them to my iPad. They're just not easy to edit on the iPad, and I figured if it was getting fixed, I'd wait. So
yeah, I forgot that she's an orphan no more in the show.
Yeah, now she's not an orphan, right? Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yes, that's up, Galactus. You got to watch 6. 6 is crazy. 7's really good too, but 6 was the crazy one. Tomorrow we'll be talking about it.
A Revival?
Yeah. Maybe
well, nobody. I was going to say, it always records so late. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, if they're here, they may or may not have seen it tonight, because it's on tonight during our show or during our live stream, but we didn't have it. So sorry, go ahead.
We'll see if we stay on here for a couple of hours and it's like pretty late. Well, we were doing Nautilus too. It's like I didn't get a chance to watch Revival. It just isn't going to happen until like Saturday,
Yeah.
But maybe this week will be different. Maybe I'll be able to watch it tonight.
Yeah. Since we're not staying quite so late, maybe we'll. I'm gonna go watch the rest of Sandman. I did get to see a little bit of Sandman, just not enough yet. I figured I might as well start it.
So when do you want to do that? On a Tuesday?
Yeah, we do have to decide when we're going to do Sandman. I kind of assume that maybe next Thursday, and then we can just do 3, unless you want to do like we could do, I guess, after Revival and do it Thursday and Friday and Sunday or something. I don't know, but we'll have to talk about it. But yeah, we can do it next Thursday. Can't do it Monday just because Monday I can't do 3 again. That was too hard.
Yeah.
It was one thing for an interview, but I just can't do 3 not 3 in a row. It's too much.
Yeah.
But yeah. So everybody, make sure that you check out Discord, follow us on Discord, like and subscribe to sci-fivision on YouTube, and then I will post about when we are doing that. So everybody gets the schedule. I'm assuming we will be doing it next Thursday after this. Whether we do another episode before that, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out because it depends what's open on the schedule. But
or any watch parties that we're having for anything.
Yeah. But we will be covering Sandman. And I'm guessing probably 2 episodes at a time. I'm assuming we haven't really talked about it.
I think that would be probably the best. And then we'd have to wait a week for the last one, but then we could just do the last 2.
Yeah. Well, that works. Yeah, there is a lot of good stuff on now, Galactus. You're right. I think there's a lot. It's just a lot all at once, and then there'll probably be nothing on, and we'll be complaining. But at least there's a lot now. But yeah,
well, Wednesday's coming out, and Alien Earth's coming out that I know of.
Yes, both Wednesday and Alien Earth are coming out. Both are going to be good, hopefully. And yeah, and Wednesday's been renewed for season 3 already, so that's good.
I think it's their most popular show. I could be wrong.
I
don't know if Squid Game knocked it out of that position, but when the first Wednesday aired, they said it was their Netflix highest rated show. Like everybody watched it.
That's cool.
Or
That's
cash cow, I guess.
Right away. That's cool.
Yeah.
So tomorrow at 9:30, we have, assuming my computer's still working and nothing else goes wrong. Fingers crossed. No, it should be okay. As long as we can get it back to this point, it should be okay, even if something goes wrong. At 9:30, we have the watch party for Revival, and then our live stream for Revival is tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturday night at midnight, we have the Institute watch party. And then Sunday, we also at 9 p.m. do a watch party. We've been just doing both because I'm going to watch it anyway, so we might as well. So yeah, Sunday at 9 or 9:30. I'm sorry, not 9. A watch party for Institute, and then Sunday at 11, Scarlet and I will be back to break down, deep dive, whatever you want to call it, the Institute, and Monday is our Institute review and Nautilus again.
We could test our telepathy with cards.
Yes, we need to try to see if we can get some cards printed out and do that. Although you're not on camera, so I'm not sure that helps.
No, I'll do it for you. You hold the camera. You'll look at a card, you grab it like a star, and then you'll stare at it like for a long time, and I'll see if I can't pick up the vibe, and then you'll turn the card around.
Okay. I'm just not thinking, how am I going to do yours if I can't see you? I'll have to do it in my head, I guess.
Well, we could figure it out. I mean, I could put the card on camera, you know.
That could be cool. It could be cool.
I mean, those old school ones have the wavy lines and the star. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that usually use in movies.
Yeah, I think those. I think that might have been the ones they used in X-Files. I think.
Yeah, they used them in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I've definitely seen those kinds.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will definitely. Like I said, I don't know whether we'll have Sandman before next Thursday, but I know we'll do it Thursday after this. Whether we have an episode before that really depends on the schedule. I got to check it to see what's open. I should have done that before our live stream, but with everything going on, I have not had a chance. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry about that. But everybody just check Discord, and yeah, you'll be able to find all of that once it gets set up. Then you can see our schedule. But until then, tomorrow is Revival. So please join us at 11. Yeah, unfortunately, Scarlet, you're not caught up. Otherwise, they'd say come, but you're not caught up. You need to catch up.
I might catch up. You never know.
If you can catch up, you should come.
Well, I mean, it's pretty early. I could still watch it. I mean, I think it's recording right now.
That's true. Yeah, you should have time to watch it before tomorrow night.
But I think I missed that one, because I missed the foot thing, and I don't know why I missed that.
Yeah, I don't know, but yes, it was definitely in the episode at the end of the episode of 5. It had the foot. I mean, it wasn't like a super long explanation, but it was the end of the episode.
Yeah, I hope it's not my DVD-R cutting things off again, because I'm setting everything at like record 2 minutes before and 5 minutes after, so nothing gets cut off.
I don't know. Maybe you just missed it, or maybe I don't know. I don't have an answer, but yeah, go back and rewatch the end. I mean, I don't know. Really, you need to.
Well, I got the gist.
I mean, the idea is McCrae had a foot in his trunk. That's pretty much the gist.
They just want to keep regrowing parts on these revivers, like a non. Yeah. And to me, I was like wondering why the government just didn't do that. Just.
Yeah.
I think they would just get in on that and then just kind of, gather all the revivers together and then make them an organ farm.
Yeah, but we don't know what it's for yet or why people want the parts. That's what we don't know yet, what it's about. We just know they're after parts.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see. Next week of the Librarians in the next chapter is Why do they not have the name of it listed? They don't have the name of it listed. I don't offhand remember what it is, but it is not on their movie database. I know they showed in the preview. It's to do with, I know which one it is, but I don't know what it's called. I don't remember. It's to do with an artist, and Dean Devlin's daughter plays the artist in it. But I don't know the name of the episode. But that is next week on Librarians. So make sure you guys tune in when that's on. And yeah, we will see you then, unless you have anything else to add, Scarlet.
I don't think I have anything else to add.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for coming. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision, and we will see you at the next one. And I'll see some of you tomorrow. Well, technically tonight, because it's already past midnight as usual. All right. Good night, everybody.
I'll be making pyrotechnics out of my, like, I was going to say making terror. I'll be making pyrotechnics out of a bucket of poo and urine.
Oh, out of a bucket of poo, yeah. Poo technics.
Poo technics.
Copyright that, or trademark that. Poo technics.
They're beautiful, but they stink.
I like that. I seriously want to make like a fake ad with that. Poo technique. They're beautiful, but they stink. That's
but
great.
they stink.
I like that. We'll have to do that. That'll be fun. All right. Maybe we'll change the banner next week to Poo Technics. We'll see. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, thanks, everybody, for being in the chat and for hanging around with us. Good night.